Quick, it's getting a little hot in here in the studio.
Yes, sir. We have an attorney here. She's the attorney of Domonique Williams. He's the man who allegedly sexually assaulted the young woman from Opera nightclub. It was Facebook live streamed and everything. So, Ms. Ross, Attorney Ross, I should say, we were talking about some of the videos that we haven't seen. And then you went on to say that even you yourself assumed, because you're a woman, had to do some things for yourself in order for you to actually take this case. So what are some of the things you had to, I guess, either soul search with or whatever you were referring to?
Well, I didn't say soul search. What I said is, anytime we do something in society, we have to base it on how we feel. And so in regards to me taking this case, I didn't take the case because it was a high-profile case. I already represent a lot of actors, celebrities, things of that nature in cases of this magnitude. What I had to look for is the truth.
Let's stop with this whole victim talk. I'm tired of talking about we should have empathy for victims. You want to know how you find out someone's a victim? Through facts and evidence. That's how. You don't just assume that whatever someone's saying is true. You want to know why? Because men and women lie. So guess what? We have a presumption of innocence, right? So if someone comes forward with the story, because the reason why the media ran with this is the reason why we have fake hate crimes. That's the reason why. Because people are so quick to have this knee-jerk reaction, like, oh my God, I can't believe you believe this. I can't believe this happened to you. No, we wait until facts and evidence come out, and then we get to prove whether or not you're a victim. Now, when it comes to the media even learning from this whole story, they should have learned about this during the jump.
And I had to feel comfortable with taking a case like this and what was that truth. So before I even took on the case, I conducted an investigation, and I've been in contact with Opera since day one. Have her attorneys? Well, that's something we'll have to see. But
well, they said that according to the news outlets, they said that they would not cooperate with them, and that's why they had to go public with the information they had on their end.
Yeah, I've been in touch with Opera. Opera was at the preliminary hearing, and I can say most of the things that you guys heard is not the truth. I can say that. This is based off emotion. I'm smiling because it's very interesting that certain things are based off financial gain, or certain things are based off of an objective. What you'll find in this situation is her attorneys, every time a different story is pushed, stories are changed, narratives are changed to try to fit a certain type of allegation. But the truth doesn't change. See, so if the truth is the same from the beginning, we're going to stand on the truth. Don't change it when something else comes out.
Did you reach out to Domonique, or did he reach out to you in order for you to take his case?
No, Domonique called me. I got into the office the next day. I think it was a Monday, and I had several staff members who were letting me know that he was on the phone. He heard about me. I get most of the calls because of people who know me, who I represent, what I stand for in the community. So he found us, and he called me the very, very next day.
He's able to support you, or support however much you cost. I'm sure you're very, very expensive.
Yeah, not cheap, so.
And he doesn't look like he has a lot of money, got a lot of money.
Doesn't look high profile.
Well, I would caution you on what you say, because you don't know who has what.
No, I asked you. It's a question.
Yeah, no, I would say that at this moment that he's paying for my services, and he can afford my services. So, yeah.
Let me ask you a question. I noticed when you in your opening on the tape, it said that everything that happened was consensual. So are you saying that something did happen?
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is on the videos that you guys saw is videos of her, which is what the world is seeing, stop screaming, but up until that point, thank you. Up until that point, and even after that, this was a consensual dance. There were several people standing around who, guess what? All those witnesses have come to us. We haven't even had to reach out to people. I mean, when I tell you hundreds of people, I have a team delegated just for that. All these people have come forward and have been either close, next to, or in proximity of her, and who are saying it's consensual. And after that, she alleged that the next day or 2 or 3 days later, the detective said that her anus hurt. Well, your anus hurt because you're doing a twerk contest on the stage.
Okay, stop right there. Hold on.
On that note,
hold on.
We're going to suss that down. Streets want to take over the Streets 94.5.
All
or this started way before
Yeah,
y'all
listen,
saw?
But we watched the
Okay,
Facebook Live. We
now,
don't know what started what.
That's the point that she's making.
Was the twerk contest before or after what everybody saw?
The twerk contest is at the end.
So the twerk contest is after the alleged assault.
Correct.
She goes on there. Yeah.
So
Write that down. Let's make sure we mention that. Please write that down,
Yes.
somebody.
So you're saying that after she was allegedly assaulted, she said, help me, somebody help me.
She goes and twerks and bounces her anus on the hard concrete.
Somebody said that twerk contest was before, I believe.
Yeah,
they might have
no.
been there.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's so much
As
confusion.
was they there. And
Yeah.
if
They
they
like to be, were you there that night?
And did they leave together?
No,
They did not leave together.
Because in the video it showed them getting into a car.
that's not true. Yeah, the public has so much misconception, and so that's what I'm saying. Until you really see all the evidence, and until you really see what's really going on, if you saw the stuff I had in my investigators had, you would be like, wow.
We totally get it because I mean it's situations like
Don't say we, say you.
You guys cannot fight public opinion with your evidence, really. You know, it'll come out in the end. So you just have to sacrifice yourself being like Smollett could be innocent a little bit.
They said, what about the pill in her cup? Remember that?
My client wasn't charged with that. I remember it. I remember seeing it. I don't know if it was Photoshop, but my client wasn't charged with that. So I don't know anything about that. I just talk about
that
facts.
That would be a piece of their evidence when they come to you.
No, because my client wasn't charged with that.
No, I'm not saying that.
They say
you were
she
charged
hit
with
the
that.
floor with no
You don't-
panties.
Do you think
I'm
that
sorry, it's two different questions, so I'm sorry. Let's do one by one.
Do you
Sorry.
think that the pill in the cup will be a part of their evidence? Not saying that that's what he's charged with, but do you believe that they'll bring it up?
No, because I know nothing about a pill.
So they can't bring it up if you don't know about it?
Stand by, y'all. Stand by.
Discovery, pretrial discovery, is essentially it's an information and evidence exchange. Each party gets information from the other so that there is no surprise or ambush at trial.
Mr. Quell, the validity of this audio that I have right here, is this Domonique? The people were trying to figure out if it was him or not.
I'm in the club, and I bumped into this girl, and she said it was her birthday, and I was like, turn up. So we dancing and having a good time, and she was on live the whole time, and like halfway into us dancing and stuff,
I'm not sure. I
she
can't
started
verify. I can't.
acting like she's passed out, so we was trying to hold her up, and then after a while she fell to the floor because it's hard to hold dead weight up. So she fell to the floor, so picked up and took her to her seat, and she wanted to get the hell up and still continue partying. And after she got up to go finish partying, she went on stage to enter a twerk contest after she got off live. So she got me looking in this video like I really did something to her. Man, she had messages between her and her friend saying that she wasn't raped, but she's not coming out and saying that she wasn't raped. I'm 6'4" and she's short. At no point I bent down to try to put anything in her. So there was lots of people around. She's doing all that to get back at her ex-husband. I guess they was going through something. So she's doing all that mess on social media to get back her ex-husband, and that went viral. They got my name all in it.
He came out and said
So you don't know if that's him or not?
Are we on? No. I can't hear the actual. There's been so many memes and videos and recordings made from his voice, so I can't verify the validity of that. So I'm not sure 100%.
I'm gonna run up the chicken and dress it.
Streets Morning Takeover is live on your radio, right here on Streets 94.5.
I'm in the club, and I bumped into this girl, and she said it was her birthday, and I was like, turn up. So we dancing and having a good time, and she was on live the whole time, and like halfway into us dancing and stuff, she started acting like she's passed out, so we was trying to hold her up. And then after a while, she fell to the floor because it's hard to hold dead weight up. So she fell to the floor, so picked up and took her to her seat. And she wanted to get the hell up and still continue partying. And after she got up to go finish partying, she went on stage to enter a twerk contest after she got off live. So she got me looking in this video like I really did something to her. Man, she had messages between her and her friend saying that she wasn't raped, but she's not coming out and saying that she wasn't raped. I'm 6'4", and she's short. At no point I've been down to try to put anything in her. So there was lots of people around. She's doing all that to get back at her ex-husband. I guess they was going through something. So she's doing all that mess on social media to get back her ex-husband, and that went viral and got my name all in.
Interesting. Number one station in the street, Street 945. Ferrari Sims filling in for Young Jack. Mo Quick, shouty, streets want to take over. Mo Quick, let's get into it.
Yeah, we're talking to the attorney of Domonique Williams. That's the guy you just heard. He is the alleged accused, I guess, of the girl who was raped or allegedly raped in Club Opera. His lawyer, Miss Shaquille Ross, is in the building. So, attorney, you were saying a little bit before the break that you couldn't confirm that that's him, correct?
Yes, I cannot confirm. The case is under investigation, but I want to correct you on something. Like you just accidentally said, it could have been an accident that he was raped, but you caught yourself and you corrected yourself. That's what the whole world has said since the beginning, and that has not happened. There's been no charges of that. And in regards to even this case, there's been nothing that I could use to verify whether or not this
So what's the official
this
charge?
It's a sodomy, I thought.
Yes.
So is that not rape?
No, ma'am. That's two different things. Yeah. No,
I mean, that sounds funny to someone who doesn't practice law.
yeah,
I'm
no,
sure.
it's okay. No, rape is forced penetration. Aggravated sodomy is something totally different. So
What
no,
is
I
it?
just want to make sure that that
Basically,
you understand it's two
basically
different
they
things.
had sexual relations in the public.
That's sodomy? What is
No,
sodomy?
sodomy has a legal definition to it, and I'm gonna, I would say you do a little bit of research on that.
Can you just tell me what it is
I
since
think
you're
so.
right here?
So aggravated sodomy is basically the sexual organs of one coming in contact with the penis or anus of another, but it has to be forced or against your will. So basically,
That's not rape.
no, ma'am, it's not
That
rape.
sounds like rape.
No, it's not. So force and against your will, sexual organ coming in contact with your mouth or anus, and that's why I can say this didn't happen. My client is innocent of that, and what the world said in the beginning, a rape never occurred.
Okay, so I have another question. When you heard about a new alleged victim coming forward, did that make you feel hesitant about continuing to keep his case?
No, ma'am. I'm not hesitant about anything I do. I'm very confident. And even in regards to that, witnesses have come forward. I mean, we've gotten so much community support that will show that that did not occur. And afterwards, my client continued to have communications with her, and that never even occurred.
He's receiving from friends, family. You as his lawyer, and I'm talking about Domonique Williams, do you assist with helping that part out? Because he's getting a lot of scrutiny. He's getting a lot of threats.
Yeah, I would say that we're taking all threats very serious. We have a team that's just working on stuff just like that. We're combing through social media and every threat or every concern that we're taking serious. But I can assume she's receiving the same amount of threats. When you falsely accuse someone of something,
So you're saying
it's a
she's falsely
backlash.
accusing?
I'm saying,
Well,
yes,
she
she's
has to.
falsely
That's,
accusing.
his attorney.
And we've seen this several times. No, it's not just based on the fact that I'm an attorney. It's based on evidence. And the evidence that I've seen does not support her charges. But we've seen that several times even this week. Where women falsely accused. Think about this. In society, we punish if you lie, cheat, steal, kill, but why don't we punish the women who falsely accuse? It's happened several times this week. Chris Brown 2 weeks ago, another 4 football players at a college 3 weeks ago. This has to stop. It just has to stop.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
In the end of the day, you know, you've been charged and locked up. Do you think he will receive a bond, or y'all trying to give him a bond, or y'all just moving forward with trial?
In regards to bond, you have to prove 4 factors. And I do believe that my client will be able to prove those factors. And one of those factors is the risk to commit any other felonies. My client does not have any felonies. He's a family man, has kids, takes care of his grandmother. My client has never even been to jail. This is not of his nature. He has never done anything like this or anything in his background. So I do believe that we will be able to convince a judge. Now, when you look at what she said, the detective said, this is a woman who has 5 kids, who is pregnant. I'll let that sit just right there.
Is that
you're in the
bad? I'm pregnant currently.
No,
so
no,
am I
no.
wrong because I'm pregnant and I have another child as well?
No, so I'll finish because I don't want the public to misconceive or judge. So what I was saying is my client doesn't have a history of this, has never been convicted of anything like this. This is a woman who went to the club, has 5 kids, and is currently pregnant, which is what the detective said,
Oh, wow.
not my words, who's twerking with no panties on. That came out in the sworn testimony of the detective, so it's not my words, it's sworn testimony and facts. So we have to look at both sides. We have to look at what really is going on. We have to look at the credibility of the person who's making the claim and whether this is false accusations, and it is.
Did she come right out, or do you think it was coerced by other people?
No, she didn't come right out. The detective said during sworn testimony that she left Atlanta, passed every hospital out here.
Well, you could assume she's really embarrassed, even if a lot of victims, when things happen to them, they do not come right out. They are embarrassed. They do feel some kind of way. They don't know the repercussions of what happens to those who come out, and those people who say that they are not telling the truth definitely make it much more hard for them to come out. So if she didn't, I don't think that has any bearing on whether she does or does not seem to be lying.
No, it goes to credibility, and I think what we have to look at, is this actually true? Like, the public needs to hold on to their judgment or their opinion and look at whether or not this is true. We're so quick with the Me Too movement and other movements to just take on what the woman is saying. But
That's
what
because
about,
it's been so long. Everyone's always saying we're lying. Everyone's always saying don't believe her. She's a whore. Her clothes are off.
You're right, but what happens if you really are lying? With the cases even this month that have come out, what happens when you really are lying?
Then you can get charges brought against you too,
Correct.
but don't shame the ones who come out.
So if
No
she is lying,
one's shaming her. What happens is we're just talking about the facts.
But let's stop with this whole victim talk. I'm tired of talking about we should have empathy for victims. You want to know how you find out someone's a victim? Through facts and evidence. That's how.
Contest, the other things that you do, those are facts. In the end, when people
So because I joined a twerk contest, I
facts.
can't be raped?
She wasn't raped.
No, I didn't say she. So because I joined a twerk contest, I can't be raped?
But
and you can't believe me because I twerk?
So you probably can. Anybody can. But in regards to this situation, I can't speak hypotheticals. I can only speak facts. Facts before feelings. Innocent until they're proven guilty.
yes. Don't put her in touch that down. The boys they shoot in the streets 94.5.
Wait a minute.
I just tell him to wrap it up.
Chad, I've been trying to tell Ferrari to wrap it up.
Yeah, she told me to wrap it up, but
You were doing this, but I wasn't
I was
sure.
over here like, man.
So let me get that information.
I thought you were telling me hurry up and get out. I can read lips, so you gotta say wrap it up.
They can't.
No, we can't. And we do. I didn't even
Oh man.
know what this means. I'm gonna
Also,
say
you
it
can
now.
wrap it up, but at that
say
point,
now.
I'm over here like, shit, you tell me, go ahead,
Do
get
you-
on.
Do you guys remember in the video? So I don't know because you're pregnant too. You're beautiful, by the way. You're pregnant. Do you drink while you're pregnant?
Some women do. I will not shun those
No,
that
I
do.
said do you.
But I don't drink if I'm not pregnant. I'm Muslim.
Yeah, I don't drink, but that has come out in testimony too. 5
Because
kids
she was
pregnant and drinking.
But what trimester? Some women drink, depending on what trimester.
You go to court.
We have to be realistic. That does show some type of credibility
When you
towards
go
the
to court,
person
I
that
can
tells
go
the
to
truth.
jail.
No,
I can go to jail, have a bad record, and be innocent, and they'll leave me and won't let me out because of the past or because of my track record.
Correct.
So that's what people go on.
Correct.
You can't just omit facts.
Correct, and you can't just use your opinion to say, okay, something happened, or emotions. It's not about emotions, it's about evidence. So it's not about an opinion, what type of person or whether or not who she is, it's just about evidence. The evidence is this pen is on the table. Now if you walk in and you see the pen on the floor, can you draw a conclusion that this pen fell from this table? No, we can't. You can't draw a conclusion that it fell from there, that it fell out of my purse. You just know the pen is on the table. So you can't then make up facts to make it fit a narrative to say something happened.
Which is what.
And what happened is in the beginning, she never corrected that it didn't happen. Why not then? So the world went with girl raped and drugged in Opera nightclub. Why not correct it if it really didn't happen? So then
Maybe
you
she already had an attorney. Maybe her attorney already told her, girl, don't say nothing.
That's not
Because
good.
Let everybody say what they
people
gonna
was
say.
watching the video.
The people, this was filmed by the public, I believe. But tell me this, though. So the alleged crime happened on the dance floor.
Correct.
That's what they're contending.
That's what they're contending, and her attorneys have brought forth.
Contending, you better.
And her attorneys have brought forth more information, which I have those videos. I've also spoken with Opera, and Opera said they have not even been in contact with her attorneys. But what her attorneys want you to see is the same video over and over. Why not show the other 200 views.
I thought you said they haven't seen it.
And what they
Opera
said.
won't give it to them.
No, Opera is willing. Think about it. I got it. If you want
But you're on the side of Opera. Of course, Opera doesn't
Why
want
she
there
go
to be
down
a
the
rape
side
in
of
their
Opera?
club.
She's
Opera has been cold since this happened.
Facts. Nobody's
They
going to the
want
club.
you to prove that he's innocent so that their club can get back popping. Of course, they're not going to let
So,
her people see it.
I can see you're not an attorney, and that's not how this works. You can subpoena. There's things and tools that with the justice system
Well,
that
maybe
we
they
can
haven't
use.
done it yet.
So what I can say is because you don't know that legality side, you don't know the tools that you could use when getting evidence, and it's easy to get evidence. It doesn't matter whether or not someone's cooperating. Right now, if I want to subpoena your phone records, I can get them. It doesn't matter whether or not you're participating. I could get what I need to get to prove a case. So that's not the
So
truth.
did you have to subpoena or did they cooperate with you?
I have all the videos.
No, I said did you have to subpoena or did they cooperate with you?
They were cooperative, just how they've been
Well, there
cooperative.
we go.
What you're saying doesn't make any sense.
But my case was that they
What's your
would
point?
want you to have the video. So if they make them subpoena, it's because they don't want them to have the video. That was what I'm proving to you right now.
What I'm saying right now is you just twisted my words. What I said was that there are legal tools that you can use when it comes to getting evidence, and one of those is subpoenas. One of those is discovery. Opera has been in full cooperation. I've been talking to Opera in regards to videos. Their attorneys have not received any videos.
But according to them, their attorneys say that Opera won't cooperate
That's
with
not
them.
the truth.
Well, that's what they said. I don't know if they lying or
You
not,
don't
but
know.
that's what they said.
I'm here.
How
as
you
an
know it's not
attorney.
the truth?
I'm here as an attorney in front of you. And
But
I'm telling
how do you know Opera is actually cooperating with them? How do you know that they're lying?
She
No.
doesn't. She's the one
Did
here.
you
I've
talk to
already
them?
told her I'm an attorney and I have all the evidence, right?
No, your
so
evidence
this is
doesn't
based
mean
off-
that they're
this is-
lying, does it? Or does your
If
evidence
somebody
prove?
tells you something, what does that mean? If
So they
somebody,
told you?
If I have documents and paperwork, what does that show?
So they said, no, actually Opera is cooperating. We just told the public that so they could be on our side. That's what they told you?
I've already spoken.
So look,
I've already spoken.
Discovery, pretrial discovery, is essentially it's an information and evidence exchange. Each party gets information from the other so that there is no surprise or ambush at trial.
What I'm trying to say is that my client committed an aggravated assault on the dance floor. And what I'm saying is I have videos in which Opera has been in full cooperation with both sides because they have to remain neutral. That shows that this did not occur. And so basically what I would urge her and even everybody in the public is to withhold judgment until you see all the evidence. Withhold judgment until you get all the narratives. Let's not change or add facts. Let's just stick to whether or not the evidence support that this occurred. And that's all I'm asking the public to really do. You know what I mean? Let the evidence speak, not emotions or feelings or he say, she say. Think about it. I'm in it. So I have a lot of the evidence that the public does not know and has not seen. And for me to be this confident, I'm confident that my client is innocent. He'll be proven innocent.
When can the public see that evidence though?
Why?
Huh?
You gonna sit in the court?
We won't see it.
DNA involved?
The detective said during sworn testimony that I think they possibly she did, or I know it wasn't done in Atlanta, but that at some point she did do a DNA test.
So you want to be, he didn't probably have results yet.
I will have them. I don't know whether or not they're actually back at GBI, but the detective said on sworn, under sworn testimony that she had did it. Whether or not it's finished, I'm not sure yet.
Very. Falsely accused, yes, so we're gonna walk right up on that.
Very.
And the Oscar goes to Black Panther.
Alright, so wait.
Just as
I do have a question. So, the videos that you have, you watched them, correct? All of them?
honestly, there's so many, we're still watching them, yeah.
And then, so it shows proof that the accusation is false
Yes,
on those videos.
yes. Several angles, several videos, several shots, several witnesses' phones, several angles to back up that angle that maybe that video might stop right there. And if you guys really look at this, 2 days later she hired an attorney. She allegedly is suing Opera for a lawsuit. Okay,
Oh,
but
so
think about this. Think about this. Every time, I want you guys to pay attention. I won't even have to say anything. Watch how many times the attorney's narratives change. Watch how many times.
4-5 for Royce to the villain.
I know we're off air, but I just want to thank you guys for having me and make sure that you guys understand that, I'm very grateful for you guys allowing me to come on and to use this platform. And I want to make sure, if you guys need anything, as well as I urge all the witnesses to keep coming forward. Like, you guys are wonderful. Like, they started a hashtag, Team Support Domonique. There's so many hashtags, and I'm so thankful and so grateful. So I urge the public to keep getting in contact with us. On Instagram, I'm at She Law Office, and on Facebook, the Law Offices of Shaquille Ross. And any information, whether it's alleged victim 1 or alleged victim 2, or any information, just keep getting in contact with us. And I do think justice will be served, and I'm confident that my client is innocent until proven guilty. So thank you for having me as well.